In this video, we're going to be looking at the word class nouns. A noun is a word that names a person, a place, an animal, an object, an idea, or a feeling. And we use nouns every day. And the nouns that we use most often are called common nouns. Common nouns are not specific to one thing and can be used to name lots and lots of different things. And for this reason, common nouns do not need a capital letter. Here are some examples of some common nouns: children, spaghetti, football, bridge, piranha, thought, and silliness. Because these nouns are not being used to name something specific, they are called common nouns and do not begin with a capital letter. Nouns that do name something specific are called proper nouns and do begin with a capital letter, and we'll talk more about these in another video. Take a look at this sentence. The dog excitedly picked up the mouldy bone from the floor. How many nouns can you spot? In this sentence, the word dog is naming the type of animal. Dog is a noun. The dog is picking up the mouldy bone. Which of these words names an object? That's right, the word bone is also a noun. Are there any other words that are naming something in this sentence? That's right, the word floor is also a noun. Now, in this question, you are being asked to tick each box which is pointing to a noun. The mouse was filled with happiness while eating the cheese. There are 3 common nouns in this sentence. Can you spot the first one? That's right, mouse is a noun. The second noun is slightly trickier. It is what is known as an abstract noun, which means that it isn't something we can physically touch. Can you spot it? That's right, the word happiness is also a noun. Now let's look at the second part of the sentence. While eating the cheese. Can you spot the final noun? The word cheese is a noun. And finally, in this question, you are going to see 4 sentences. Each of these sentences has one word underlined, and you need to find the sentence which has a noun underlined in it. Pause your video now and hit play when you have an answer. Do you have an answer? Excellent. Which sentence do you think uses the underlined word as a noun? The teacher began to address the class. The tortoise travelled slowly across the line. My parrot can say over 20 different words. Is this the way to the train station? The answer is my parrot can say over 20 different words. The word parrot is being used to name an animal and is therefore a noun. Thanks for listening. See you next time. In this video, we're going to be looking at the word class proper nouns. Proper nouns name a specific person, place, animal, object, or organisation. And because proper nouns name something specific, they always begin with a capital letter. Now let's take a look at some examples of some proper nouns. Twinkl, Zambia, Robert, Big Ben, and Marie Curie. Take a look at this sentence. My friend Martin is taking the train to Belfast this week. There are 2 proper nouns in this sentence that are missing a capital letter. Can you spot them? The first one is naming a specific person. That's right, the word Martin is a proper noun and needs a capital letter. Now let's look for the second word that's missing a capital letter. This proper noun is naming a specific place. You've got it, the word Belfast is a proper noun. Let's give it a capital letter. The next question is asking you to circle all of the proper nouns in the following sentences. Last Tuesday, we went to the animal sanctuary. While we were there, we met an old tortoise named Trevor. As we know that proper nouns always begin with a capital letter, let's look at all of the words that begin with a capital letter. The first word that begins with a capital letter is last. The word last isn't being used to name anything specific, so it's not a proper noun. This word begins with a capital letter because it's starting a sentence. However, as proper nouns can be used to start a sentence, it's always important to check. What about the next word, Tuesday? Tuesday is a proper noun because it's being used to name a specific day of the week. The word while also has a capital letter. As it's not being used to name anything specific, we know that it's not a proper noun. The final word is Trevor. The sentence tells us that the word Trevor is being used to name a specific tortoise, and therefore is a proper noun. Hoo-yah! For our final question, you are being asked to find how many proper nouns there are in an extract of text. Pause your video now and hit play when you have an answer. Do you have an answer? Brilliant. How many proper nouns are there in the total following extract? Ottilie and Samesh live on a farm in Puddle Lane in Paynton. They have 3 guinea pigs named Squeaks, Tufty and Melon, and will be getting a chinchilla in January. The answer is that there are 9 proper nouns in the sentences. Did you get them all? Let's take a look. The 9 proper nouns in this extract are Ottilie, Samesh, Puddle, Lane, Paynton, Squeaks, Tufty, Melon, and January. Well done if you managed to spot all 9. Hoo-yah! Thanks for listening. See you next time.